Let's look at how to draw this example. So first of all, you know it's the isometric, so we need to have a start. And then from there, we need to have your 30 degree going this direction. Your 30 degrees going this direction. Right. What is important, this direction, it's your front. This direction, it is your left. Okay, so let's see, what measurement did they give us? Remember, just with this diagram, they only gave us the front and the left. So we need to determine the top. So with the left, we have 20. So we have 20 there. Then we measure 80. Then we measure another 20. So vertical lines are straight up, are at 90 degrees. So I always draw long lines. Okay. Then what do? Going up, they talk about my point P being there. So it has to be there. So going up is 30. Then I measure 30 going up. Right, now at 30 degrees, I draw that line. Okay? And then from here, what do? There's the gap. So that particular gap there, they did not give us how much it is, but we are going to assume it's half of it. We're going to assume it's half of it. Half of 30 is 15. That's 50. Right. Then we're going to draw the one going up. So the one going up, it says from the end here, there's a gap of 30. So this was 20. So we're going to do this, the gap of 30 really is there. And then how thick is it? It's 20 as well. So I'm going to measure 20 there. And then I just take it up. And then just take it up. Okay. Alright. Now let's finish the bottom part. Let's finish the bottom part. Just finishing up the bottom part. My pencil is getting blunt there. Okay, so my pencil got blunt here. Let me just erase this. Then draw it again. So there's too thick. Okay. That looks better. Right. And then, am I done? Nope. Now let's look at the height. So if we look at my front view, I'm going to start off with the first height. So the first height, which is together with the left view, where it's sort of like an arc. I mean, it's sort of like a pointed pot. So the first pot, I'm going to measure 30 because it's given to us as 30. So let's measure 30. So my 1 is clear. So from 1, 30 is right here. And then, what am I going to do? At an angle, after 30 at an angle, I'm going to draw construction lines. When I'm sure of my stuff, then I'm going to complete it with type A line. Right? Am I done? No. Then what am I going to do? So at least with that part I'm done, I can just darken it. So just darken this part. And also darken this part right here. Darken that part right there. Okay. Now I'm done with just the first part of the front view. Now let me join it with the left view. So they're telling me the left view from there to there, the base of it is 80. So let's measure 80. I'm going to measure 80. Then go up with a construction line. Right. Now, on the left view, there is a dotted line, this part. So we don't have to draw that dotted line. So for every corner, we need to close all these corners. Okay. So I'm going to darken. I'm going to darken the left view. Okay. Then I'll go to this corner right here to close it off. Right, there's my 80. And then remember I said vertical is just straight up. Okay, now we have another corner, right? So we need to close that corner, right? But before that, let's close all the corners. So I'm going to have this corner coming out with a construction line. I'm going to have this corner right here closing out with a construction line. I'm going to have this corner right here closing out with a construction line. Why am I not touching this? Because from the left view, this part, I can see it's sort of like an arc. Sort of like an arc. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to construct it. Right. Now from here, can you see all these lines are coming out? Then at this corner, I'm going to close off with this corner right here. Alright. Now I'm going to close off with this corner. Then I have this corner right here, which I'm just going to take it. So I'm closing off all the corners. Why am I doing that? Because I want to construct the top view as well. Alright. So this line right here, I don't actually need it anymore. So I can just erase it so that it does not disturb me. Only that line. Right. Then what am I going to do? I just need the flat line right. So I'm going to also pull out this one. Okay. So now can you see everything is construction line for now, all this, because I'm not sure how my answer is going to be. Now, I'm going to then move and look at the left view. What does the left view say? Left view says there is a rectangular somewhere in the middle. It does not give me where, but I'm going to assume it's the middle, where from there to there it's 80, meaning from there to there it's 80. What is half of 80? It is 40. So I'm going to measure 40, which is right there, and just take it up. Just take it up. And then that is my center right there. And then how big is my triangle? My rectangular? It's 30. That means 15, 15 from the center. So I can go anywhere, 15, 15. So from there I'm going to measure 15. Then I'm going to measure 15. That will give me a 30. Okay? Then I take it up with a straight line. I just take it up. Alright, and then the height of it, if I look at my left view, it tells me that my height is 25. So let me look at my height as 25. Where's my height 25? Oh, no. Before that, they are saying from the bottom, from here. It's 10. So I first need to measure 10 from the bottom. And then from the 10, I measure 25. So from the 10, then somewhere there, it's going to be 25. Look at the left view. It talks about from the base here, there's 10. And then I'm going to use my 30 degrees. That's good. So my rectangle starts from there, okay, and then it ends up somewhere there. Okay, so what I can do, I can just somewhere draw it out. So I'm just going to darken it. Oopsie, I was not supposed to have taken it down. Okay. I'm just closing it. Okay. Now my rectangle looks like that. Okay. So then what do? Then I look at the left view. What is the height of that copy of mine? So that height, I can only find it from the front view. It says from this part, right? Remember, from there to there, it was a 30 according to the front view. So now I need to measure from the center, from this line right here, from the center, I need to measure the 30. Now let's measure the 30. Oopsie, sorry. I'm going to use my compass. It's easier. I'm just going to measure 30 from here. Okay. And from there, I'm going to arc there because that is my 30. Okay, that is my 30 right there. Then what am I going to do? From this corner right here, I'm going to take it directly to the center. To the center there. And then also there, close it off. Alright. I also closed it off. So now let me darken so that you can see what I'm doing. So the important lines, it's this line right here. This line right here. This line right here. Okay. Also, the line that forms the copy, the line that forms the copy. Right. Am I done? No. I need to close off this corner. Right? There's a corner right there. I need to close it off. There's another one there. I need to close it off. So the nice thing about isometric is all these lines are parallel. So from this one, it needs to be parallel with that one. So just go here and draw a construction line parallel there. The construction line parallel there. And also here, construction line parallel there. Alright, then from there, what am I going to do? I'm going to put my set square here. Then I'm going to take another set square for balancing purpose. So this one is going to be firm. I'm going to hold this one so that this one moves to this corner right here. And I draw a line there. Did you see that? And then I turn it. And then I go to this line right here. Because it needs to be parallel. And then I take my other set square. I hold it flat so that this one can move. Then I just move it to this corner right here. And then I just close it. Alright, I just close it. Then let me just darken everything else. Okay. Until it's getting blunt. I'm just darkening everything. Darkening everything. Okay. Also, let me darken this one right here. Because now I'm coming to an end. I'm nearly finished. Right. Am I done? No. Look at this box. That box, it can't be empty. Remember, it's at an angle and there's a hole inside. So we need to close off that hole. So what am I going to do? Remember, this part right here is the one that's inside. So from there to there was a 20. All I'm going to do, I'm going to, with the 30 degrees, I'm just going to draw a straight line right there. Then I'm going to measure 20. The nice thing is, 20 actually came out. Okay, so let's see. Let's just measure it. Yay, there, 20. From there to there, it's 20. So, just going to darken it. And then, it can't just end there. We need to close it at that 30 degree. So what do? We automatically close it there. And then, this corner, we also need to close it off. And right there. Right there. This is how. Just take it down. Yeah. This is my point P. This side is my front view. This side is my left view. So I used my front view and my left view to get the top view. How did I know how to get the top view? I just closed off all the corners that I made. We need to close it off until it creates sort of like a 3D model. All right. So I hope you guys understood what I just did.